Hey everybody, this is Pam with Trust in Your Process, and I wanted to show you my little suite that I rented. I did this once before. Let me turn you around, the kitchen is here. I did this once before when I was living in the van, and every so often I'd like to take a bath, and I just felt like this would be a great way to just come and take a bath, just relax, come off to myself, and just, take some time to myself and step away. What I'm noticing though, I'm sitting here, I ate dinner, I'm a little lonely. It's weird. It's not even 6 o'clock. I got the blinds closed because the outside is kind of not much of a view, but over there are homes, and I didn't want anybody staring up in here, but I'm kind of glad I opened that up because I'm realizing it shifted my mood a little bit. So I figure I would just turn on some music and get ready to take my bath. I went to the supermarket and got me some groceries, just for dinner for tonight, something to snack on. And I'm just gonna stay in for the rest of the evening. I was gonna go out, but it's not like I live that far from here, so I know everything outside, so there's nothing to see. This was strictly for me to come and get that bath time in, and just chill, in a different scene, in a different setting. I am going to probably maybe turn this back on and film a little bit more if I have something to film. But this is about documentation. And when you live in a camper like I do, I don't have a big enough tub where I can soak. And I am a person that I like baths. I don't have to take them every day, but I like them. I have a shower that I use, but there are times that I just like to soak in the tub. And this is an option. This is definitely an option. I could have went to my daughter's house, but that's her house, her husband, her children, and I don't want to be having to worry about, them downstairs while I'm upstairs trying to relax and take a bath. Although she offered. So, anywho, let's see how this goes. Whew. I was able to take a bath last night and I felt like a new woman. Oh my God. That bath was worth the price of this room. Now, let me just get into it because I'm literally just kind of sitting up here observing how I'm feeling starting from yesterday up until now. And I thought it was interesting that, man, the act of doing something for yourself, why does that have to be so difficult? The self-love, self-care for an individual, why does it have to be so difficult? Maybe it's a thing for women, particularly Black women, or maybe just women in general, because we're so used to doing for others and feeling like we're supposed to do for others that we kind of get lost in the mix. And I noticed some of the things that I noticed about what I was feeling about actually coming and paying for a hotel suite just to be able to take a nice hot bath, a nice hot shower, and have just solitude should not feel like there's something wrong. But I was sitting up here kind of not sure what to do with myself. I was like, okay, if my daughter wanted to do something like this, I would have paid for it. I would have been like, listen, you go and take care of yourself. You need that break. You do what you got to do. Why is it not so natural for me to feel that way about doing it for myself? So that observation is going to lead me down the road of doing more things like this. And it was definitely worth it. So much so that the pros outweigh the cons, and not even worth mentioning. Like, it was a little loud before bedtime, but they are doing construction here, like improving the rooms. So I think upstairs, that is what I was hearing, but it stopped around, I guess, I want to say 5-ish, 5. I didn't even hear it when I was in the bed watching TV, when I was ready to go to bed and watch TV. And you can hear the walls is a little thin, but I turned up my TV. But again, the noise stopped when people go to sleep. It was very quiet overnight, very nice and quiet. The air conditioning unit works, and it kicks on like it's supposed to. Nice little kitchenette area. I was able to go to Publix, which is literally just 6 minutes down the road, as opposed to going to a restaurant and spending, money. I have food left over that I can take back to my house. And I said I would do this at least every other or every 2 to 3 months. But it also taught me that I definitely want, and I knew this before, that I want a bigger RV. I want a bigger space. And that's probably in the next year, or by next year for sure. If things go the way I expect them to go, maybe sooner. But I definitely want a bathroom that I can walk into that shower and not have to maneuver myself to take a shower. I want a bigger bathroom and just more space so that when my grandbabies come over, I thought I saw something moving behind me. This video is about to end. And when my grandbabies come over, they have a place to, they can spend the night. Now they can't. Technically they wouldn't mind sleeping in the bed with me, but I would mind it because we would not be getting no sleep. I would have to be pushing them over. What else? So Jerry and Martin, y'all know, if you follow me, those are my neighbors. Their RV, they still have an RV, but they bought one of those homes, those prefab homes. So their tenant moved out, and they're preparing it for their older son to move in. He turns 18 this weekend. So he decided he was going to move in to the RV and take over the payment. So while they was cleaning it out, I went down there to take a look at it, and man, I love the space of that RV. It's a perfect size. They're making a joke saying, well, when he moves out, Pam can take over the RV, and that might even be an option. But what it did tell me was I definitely want that space. And I like the fact that it's movable. I'm not ready for something permanent. I definitely know that I feel like I want a prefab house or a tiny home, but I want it on my own land. And the fifth wheel gives that option of being able to move it if needed, as opposed to right now, Martin's and Jerry's prefab house is on the lot and it's not as easily movable. I mean, if they got $10,000 to pay somebody to move it, as it would be if you're living in a fifth wheel. So hashtag goals. So I have checkout at 12 and it's like 9:40, and usually when I stay in a hotel, if I was traveling, I would have been gone by now. I would have hit the road, but I'm going to soak all this up to get my money's worth. And went downstairs for continental breakfast. Actually, I'm sorry, not downstairs because I'm on the first floor. So went down the hall for continental breakfast. And I think I'm going to go back because I want some more coffee and I want some juice. So maybe I might take you with me. Hold on. All right, so let's go down and get... It's 1:45, so we shall see. So I went and got my coffee, and now I'm heading back to the room. I got a good 2 hours before I have to check out. They changed. One thing I noticed about this hotel is that checkout is at 12 as opposed to most hotels that I've stayed in, checkout is at 11. So let me sign in my room. Hold on. Yeah, I'm so glad that I went back down and got my coffee and was able to go back and get me something else to eat. Hello? Okay, somebody's knocking on the door.
Hi.
Hey.
Excuse me, do you leaving checkout today?
Do that what?
Do you leaving checkout today?
Am I checking out today?
Yes.
Yes.
I just.
What time?
What time?
Oh, I think checkout is 12, right?
Yes.
Okay, wow. Were you trying to figure out when to clean?
Yes.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, no. I'm staying until 12. Is that okay?
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Entonces le preguntas. Thank you.
You're welcome. That was odd. Huh. I didn't want to turn off the video in case I got mugged. No, I'm joking. That was odd. Huh. All right, we're not about to read anything into that. So, what was I saying? I think I was talking about how glad it was that I went back and got me, my coffee and had some extra time to spend here before I have to check out. But apparently, they probably are used to people checking out sooner. And I know me, I'm so used to checking out sooner. So when they had the 12 o'clock checkout, I thought, that's awesome, man. That is awesome. Now it makes me want to make sure that checkout is at 12. But I read that. You checked in at 3 and checkout was at 12. But yeah, they probably just want to come in and just, knock out the rooms and get them ready for everybody else. Well, I'm going to take full advantage of these 2 hours that I have before I check out. I'm just going to sit, do some scripting, and just take my time to get my money's worth. So till next time, remember who loves you. Don't forget to do something nice for yourself. And I guess the moral and the message to this particular video is don't have a guilt trip for self-care or self-love. And you can't forget yourself, especially if you're expected to help somebody else. This self-love and self-care is so important. Until next time, remember who loves you. Bye.